Welcome to your reverse pyramid workout. With this workout, you have a sequence of exercises. You're going to start off with 16 reps per exercise per side for one-sided exercises. On your second go around, you're going to drop that from 16 to 12 reps. And then on your third and final go around, you'll drop it from 12 reps to 8 reps. If there are any exercises in particular that really don't feel good, even in spite of being mindful and watching your form, if there's anything that just bothers your joints or just doesn't feel right, go ahead and take that out. Remember, this is your workout and you've got to do what works best for you. Enjoy. Today's first workout is the half burpee to snatch. So with this one, we're going to start off with option A, which is a lower impact version, in which you're going to step back instead of jump into your burpee. You're not going to jump up in the full burpee, but instead you're going to bring the weights up when you return to standing. So you'll step out to your plank or burpee, your plank rather, step the feet back in. You're going to swing those weights up to shoulder height and then come into a squat, just a light lower. Then you go back through that again. And it's going to look a little bit like this. Taking it to option B, which will be your higher impact option, you're going to get into the full jump back for the burpee. What I really want to note here, I see a lot of often, is when you go really fast and you lose track of form, oftentimes when people jump back into the burpee, they jump those legs back, the back either sinks in or doesn't come down to a straight plank formation. So take your time with this. Even though you're giving it a little more power, a little more energy, don't lose your form. When you jump back into that plank, be sure to still keep the abs tight, really engage them super tight, and keep the body as straight as possible in good plank formation. Straight as a board. Don't let the back sink in. So option B will look like this. Option C will be to just add more weights as you come up and lift into that squat, and then you repeat the same sequence as you did in B. This one I love, the reverse lunge with the around the world. What you're going to do for your option A is you're going to step back into a reverse lunge, and taking one dumbbell for this one between both hands, you're going to circle that dumbbell overhead, taking it from the inside of the front knee to the outside of that same front knee, and then you circle back. That counts as 1 rep for that side. Then you're going to switch and do the same thing on the other leg, completing 1 total set on both sides. It's going to look a little bit like this. Option A, just stepping back into your reverse lunge. Take that weight, abs really tight, engage the core. You're going to step back up, other side, step into your reverse, core tight, back nice and straight. Circle around, that's 1 rep. Let's see it again. For your option B, you're going to add a jump switch now, making it slightly higher impact. So do it if you feel comfortable with it, but make sure you're maintaining control. It looks like this. Definitely a burner on those legs. Give it a go. Now performing the bicycle, you're gonna come down to the mat, getting on your back, being sure to really work on engaging the core in this one, pulling that belly button towards your spine, giving a little bit of a tuck of the belly button under your ribs. So it's a drawing in maneuver. When you do that, you're not looking for your stomach to bellow out. It's a slight gentle ease in, drawing in of the belly button. Also, you want to make sure that your back remains in neutral, that it doesn't pop up off the mat and lift and start arching, or else you're not controlling that through the core. So you might want to back it down a little bit, work on engaging the core efficiently enough to be able to control what's happening at your back, maintaining that nice neutral, comfortable spine so that you're not inducing any excessive strain on your low back. Be sure to breathe and flow through the movement nice and smoothly. So with this, you want to come down to the mat, your head is elevated, hands behind your head. Make sure you're not cranking on your neck with your hands, they're just nicely placed behind your head. Gentle tuck in the chin, maintaining a nice neutral spine. Feet are elevated off the floor, and you're going to bring opposite elbow to knee, extending the opposite leg. Be sure to breathe. Giving that a count of 16 reps per side for your first set, then 12, then 8. For option B, you're going to come down to a hollow hold position with your arms and legs straightened. And take opposite hand towards ankle. Again, pay attention to engaging the core, maintaining a nice neutral spine, and breathe through the motion. All right, so here you have the reverse quadruped toe reach. You're gonna come onto your mat in that reverse position. If keeping your hands pointing towards your ankles, towards your heels is uncomfortable, feel free to open them out a little bit. You don't want pain in the wrist or to provoke any discomfort or injury if you have anything going on in your wrists at all. Your bottom is elevated off the mat, feet firmly planted underneath you, about hip width apart. Neck is long away from shoulders, and then you're going to reach opposite hand to knee. Be sure to keep your bottom lifted. Don't slowly drift away. Then, next, your option B, you're going to reach a little longer out towards your ankle or your toe, bring that closer in towards you, getting a little bit more of a crunch in the abdominals. And again, that's 16 per side, then 12, then 8. Give it a go. For your bent over arm circles, you're going to start with a nice light weight on this one. You're going to bend forward, hinging at the hips, slight bend in the knee, keeping that back nice and straight, and the movement comes from bending the hips, like you're taking your butt to the wall behind you. You're going to lift the arms up beside your ears and circle them back around, and you're going to count through your reps as you circle. So it's going to look like this. Bringing the arms up by your ears, palms facing the floor as you circle around. One full circle of the arm makes one rep. Really squeeze and engage that core to help support the back. Make sure you're breathing through it. Most importantly, keep the neck long, shoulders down away from the ears, and give a nice squeeze between the shoulder blades, pulling those shoulder blades down and in to retract them and engage those stabilizing muscles between the shoulder blades. Option B will be to do the same sequence, just with a slightly greater amount of weight, although within your control, not inducing any sort of pain. Give that a go. Next, you have your side plank crunch. So come on over to one side, onto your elbow. Being sure to align that elbow with your shoulder, neck away, your head, your ear away from your shoulder. So your neck is nice and straight, nice and long. You're gonna be on that bottom knee. Be sure to keep that knee in line with your hip, so you don't want it in front of you being bent at the waist. You want to be a straight, solid line from head to knee. And then that top leg is out straight. With that top arm straight as well, you're gonna crunch in, bringing elbow towards knee, open up. Now you can come back here, bringing that toe down, back to your starting position, or you can keep it elevated. That will really keep that glute firing throughout the motion, but choose where you're most comfortable. So either starting and returning your foot to the floor, or keeping it elevated. Next, for your option B, the setup is the same, except you're going to now alternate going from a side crunch to a forward hand to toe reach. So that will now make your 1 rep. Show you what that looks like. Same setup, elbow under your shoulder, neck long, air away from your shoulder. That knee pulled back nice and straight. Coming from the crunch, keep it out, reach forward, bring it back. Either at this point you can start over with that foot on the floor or keep it up. Again, here makes 1 rep. Crunch, reach, crunch, reach. Your option C will now be to come up onto your hand in that side plank, performing the same sequence, but keeping that bottom knee down still. You want to make sure that that knee isn't underneath you like this, but it's still out, keeping you in a side plank. Hand under your shoulder, neck long, that top leg comes up, forward reach, lastly, keep that bottom leg straight, and now you're going to be in a full plank. Be sure to keep that core engaged throughout and breathe.